Na mtazamaji wa runinga ya Captain TV, ni mimi tena Johnston Smart. Kipindi ni kile kimoja tu, The Expert. Tuko katika kitengo kingine cha pili na cha mwisho. Masaa ni yale ya saa 1 jioni kila siku ya Ijumaa. Usikose kutazama runinga yako. Hivi tunaendelea katika hiki kitengo cha fitness. Yani ni fitness ya mwili wako. Tunaambiwa kwamba mwili ni temple. Yani health yako ndiyo ya muhimu sana. Hivi tunaambiwa kwamba fitness sio kula tu. Fitness ina mambo mengi sana. Ni hali ya mazoezi, ni pia kula, kuna hali ya fikra pia, na pia vile unavyojikimu kama binadamu. Hivyo ndivyo fitness inahitaji kama binadamu. John,
yes.
What are the side effects of beginning this activity, the fitness, early?
I wouldn't. Okay, anything carries a risk.
Yes.
For example, a child, you need to introduce them to the level of activities for their age. For example, my son, I wouldn't go to introducing the same level of activity and intensity that I'm currently handling.
Yes.
So I would say there are risks involved.
Uh-huh.
If you introduce too much to the child, of course, not following safe protocols. But if you are doing whatever is safe for them at that early age, and for example for kids, it's not so much for them to lose weight, it's for them to embrace a lifestyle. Myself, I normally say is that like the same way people are taking kids to school, to church, you just want to engage their taste buds in regards to religion, in regards to school, in regards to socializing. You'll find people like if a father is a footballer, they'll introduce their kids to football, but they wouldn't expect them to train at the highest intense levels. Sure. They would train around kids. So the same way, you need to create a controlled environment for the kids. So if we are assuming that you are doing it in the controlled environment,
yes,
you don't expect any side effects at the end of the day.
Oh, great.
Yes, yes.
Now, are there?
But the earlier the better.
Great.
Yes.
Now, well, are there drugs involved in fitness? I mean, in a gymnasium kind of?
Okay, of course, there's the stories of I normally call them performance enhancement drugs, which I wouldn't say they are a problem.
Yes.
Because these maybe they are more prone to people who are maybe, for example, competing. Because I would expect not any other normal gym.
The bodybuilders.
There are people who are, of course, let's get the word right.
Yes.
Abuse is abnormal use.
Sure.
So even if you are using sugar more than you are supposed to, you are just abusing sugar. So for me, of course, I'm not saying that those performance enhancement drugs are supposed to be used in a normal way. But I wouldn't be expecting the normal population to be using them. But they are more prone to guys who are competing because they want to gain a competitive edge. So I think there's that worry that you need to use them to get there. Of course, there are frustrations.
Yes.
Like I would say, if somebody maybe hits a bottleneck, or rather not bottleneck, but a plateau within working out. If they get a friend maybe who is using the drugs, or rather the performance enhancement substances, of course the answer would be, if you want to break that plateau, you need to use them and all that. Yes. So it would still go to bad advice. So it also revolves around the circle of people that you are having around you. Do you trust them? Like I said, is an investment in your business. Would you go seeking advice from just anyone? For example, who will tell you keep the quail business, would you believe it? Because it's also much more similar. And I'm saying take everything with a pinch of salt. Do you want to go that way? Will that make you happy? Or rather, and as we said, fitness is a journey.
Yes.
And these performance enhancement drugs are more of shortening the period. But everything has consequences. So you have to think about the consequences that come with shortening that period. Yeah.
Great. Now, when we were coming back for a second session, we spoke we spoke about the challenges that maybe you may be facing as an individual in this industry, and what are the major challenges of fitness?
I would say consistency, because for you to get a proper working formula within fitness, I would say it revolves around your diet. Very key, your diet, whatever you are fueling your body with, it's everything.
Yes.
Also getting the physical activity in. The rest, that is making sure that you are resting, or the recovery period, and your emotional state of being. So those 4 things, keeping them consistent is the challenge anyone, no matter what level of fitness they are, they would be. Some have mastered their diet in terms they need the vehicle we talked about.
Yes.
They know how much their vehicle requires to consume.
Yes.
They have also mastered around their physical activity. Also resting, but stress is another component where at the end of the day you wake up stressed because of one thing or another. So people are managing stress and relationships and all that. So keeping consistent on the 4 areas is where challenges are, because you'll find people, normal people, maybe even those who are not competing or anything, they don't know how much they are, or you don't need to know to the exact, because even with a vehicle and you're driving it, it will show you that the fuel is almost over.
Yes.
But there are very few people who have tested how many kilometers to the dot
Yes.
it requires. They have a rough estimate that for this vehicle to stop, it will stop at 60. But I have a friend who actually carried some extra fuel.
Yes.
Just in the vehicle. He drove until the car that is stopped. So he knew his vehicle on normal basis.
Yes.
If it shows the orange light,
Yes.
it would go all the way for 70 kilometers. But you need to have a rough estimate that for my body to function, I need this number of fuel. Let me not call them calories, just fuel.
Yes.
So people are struggling with that. The next thing is on also exercising, finding time.
Yes.
Like myself also, as I sit here and you call me a coach or whatever name you would like to give me, I also have problems because I have a day job that I have to attend to.
Yes.
I have a family, so I have to squeeze in time and prioritize the physical activity. So also people see that maybe they have jobs which are very much demanding.
Yes.
So they also face challenges with finding time to exercise.
Yeah.
But for me, if you find time to eat, you have also to find time to offset some fuel. Some people also have problems with resting, which is ideally they can't get recommended 8 hours of rest.
Yes.
And not just going to sleep, but actively sleeping and resting and recovering. Also managing the stress levels that you are having, because maybe you have a day job, maybe for you it's a business within the fitness, you want to grow it.
Yes.
You also have pressure for your clients to perform and all that.
Yes.
It's normal. Stress is a normal parameter every human being is performing. So those are maybe the areas I can maybe say we are struggling on. And for each we are created as problem solving beings or excuse creating beings. So people have found excuses around dieting, or rather not dieting, but in terms of their fuel, in terms of food.
Yes.
They create excuses why they don't maybe try to find out how much they require. They also create excuses around time to exercise.
Yes.
In terms of sleep, they say they need deadlines to be cleared and everything.
Yes.
And the lastly is on stress levels. They say I can control my stress, and but the point is if you are saying you can't control something, it means that you are not in control of anything. So the key thing is managing all 3 and being consistent in the 3 so that you're able to see the results that you require.
Sure.
Yes.
Well, that's so great, and I mean, it's so educative that people had a different idea in terms of fitness.
Yeah.
People think it is so expensive in terms of maybe investment. That is health investment, and of course, what is good must come with a price.
Exactly.
Yeah, and I am very much sure that maybe it's just when one involves into a business, I mean, it's like an entrepreneur.
Yes.
Yeah, you have to capitalize it.
Yes.
You need to have something to jumpstart.
Exactly.
And exactly that is what perhaps very many people, maybe our audience, have it in mind, that gym places are very expensive. I think that is the notion they have.
Yes.
What would you say about that?
It's a mentality.
Yes.
Back then, before, right now, Kenya, we are catching up in terms of fitness, eating right, and whatever you would call it. But back then, it was seen as golf, like playing golf. Everyone knows that not everyone plays golf.
Sure.
Of course. So back then, it was seen as it's a rich people thing. until now we started seeing that these effects of not having a physical active lifestyle is also affecting the general population. So in that perspective, now people still, they had the mentality that people who go to the gym are people who have money, they can be able to do subscriptions and all that. So we need to create an awareness around that, and that's why I started with saying that everyone starts with where they are, with what they have. So of course people have invested in terms of a facility like a gym, like the one you're about to see.
Awesome.
And if people have invested around there, they need to see a return towards that.
Great.
Yes.
Great. So John,
Yes.
After this, I would like us maybe to involve ourselves into a small activity, how
Agreed.
you do this, how you coach people.
Yes,
And maybe
yes.
perhaps I may also reduce something.
Yeah.
Or
Or increase. Yeah. That's the way to go.
Absolutely.
Sure. Yeah.
So that is exactly what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
And I really appreciate the moment that you're really educating the public on
Yes,
how
yes.
to go about fitness.
Sure, sure.
I know people are just eating. I mean, not anyhow, but perhaps you may eat because you
They
have
don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah. Sure,
and,
sure.
and maybe you can have a backup of fitness.
Yes,
if
yes.
you eat, doesn't mean that if you do fitness you don't eat, and if you eat doesn't mean you don't do fitness.
Yeah, it has to be a balance of the
Exactly.
two.
So
Yeah.
thank you very much. As we go other area of the gym now, please,
Yes,
where
yeah.
you act this whole drama. I call it drama
Yeah.
because it involves music, of course.
Of course, it's
Yeah.
very important.
And by the way,
Yes.
why is it that all gymnasium areas have
Yeah.
music?
Music is amazing. I would say it's one of the few things that maybe touch on every part of the brain at the same time. It's all about concentration, because when you're working out and you need to concentrate on that specific activity. I would like to maybe even put a question to the viewers. When maybe they were at school, there's a certain routine they would do. There's some person who operates without noise if they need to concentrate. There are some people who are able to do magic when they are actually, we are saying there's some music around there. It's all about concentration and enjoying the activity and all that. You would be more motivated doing something when your favorite music is playing. Yes.
Awesome, awesome. So mtazamaji, hapo hatujafika mwisho, hivi tunaelekea katika sehemu nyingine ya mazoezi. Usishangae kuona mabwana hapa wengine wakifanya mazoezi ama tizi ukipenda. Umekumbuka kwamba kupunguza mwili wako ni afya pia, na vile vile ni kuongeza nguvu na kuishi zaidi. Hebu andamana nami tukienda katika ile sehemu nyingine ya mazoezi.